Woo, what is up and welcome. So today you're joining me at a place that I absolutely hate going, and if you're into cars and you do a lot of stuff with buying and selling, I'm sure you hate this place too, and that place is the DMV. So what I'm going to be doing over here is I got to get the Ranchero registered now that I'm all done with it. I want to get it on the road. I just got insurance put on it, so I want to get the title put in my name, got to get my antique plate and everything like that. My appointment's here in like 3 or 5 minutes, so wish me luck.
And now, you're watching the Catalina Wine Mixer of YouTube. Welcome to BodeVision.
Man, so successful time at the DMV. Usually it's kind of hard to get in and out of there with no issues, but a lot of you guys don't know this. I actually had my dealer's license in the state of Florida from 2014 to 2017, I believe. Last year was the first year I didn't renew it because I just wasn't making the money that I felt like I should have been making for the amount of effort that I was putting in, so it just wasn't working out for that. But either way, every single vehicle I sold, so it was close to 100 vehicles, I had to go to the DMV every single time and process my customers' paperwork. So I'm very familiar with the DMV and very familiar with how much of a pain they try to make it. But if you know what you're doing, you got all your paperwork straightened out, you can get in and out of there with no issues. So now I gotta make it over to Kissimmee. I'm just leaving East Orlando because I gotta go get those injectors flow tested so that way I can figure out what kind of injectors they are or what they're rated for. And I also want to get them cleaned while I'm there. Alright guys, so we're over here at O&J Performance, and I'm with my good buddy Mike right here, and we're gonna test the injectors. Mike, you want to kind of give them a rundown of what we're doing, what the injector test does? And
yeah, we check for the sprayability test, and there's also the injecting flow test, and we also clean them with the ultrasonic cleaning. And basically, you know, you just test them out to be sure that everything flows right, and these are actually flowing perfect after a good cleaning.
Cool, so we'll be able to see what they're rated for and everything?
Yes sir.
Perfect. And now when you're doing a test like this, you look for consistency and everything.
Consistency, consistency on how they're all spraying. Okay. And also, all down here, you also look at if it's filling all equally.
Right. Now, if you had a bad one, one might not be filling.
One would be completely down here, and it wouldn't be flowing at all.
Cool.
And if you look at it right here, they're all flowing perfect.
Now, how can you tell whether these are what CC they're rated at?
The CCs, normally they're on the injectors, but these are probably about a good, I want to say 850 to maybe 1,000 CC injectors.
Okay, and how do you make that judgment?
By the way it sprays.
Okay, by how much fluid is actually coming out.
Yes.
Cool. Mike, thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
And if you guys need anything performance-wise done, you guys come over here, come to O&J Performance, talk to Mike, talk to anybody here. They're extremely helpful. They're going to get you what you need, and they're going to get it on time and get you set up correctly. All right. Man, so just getting back from O&J, man, they really took care of me. Shout out to O&J for getting me set up correctly. What they got me was the fuel pressure regulator and the gauge, and then they took care of me with the injectors, and this came with the car. I have this AEM fuel filter, so that's going to be good to go. Also, I got the Grams 320 fuel pump, so that all should be good to go, should be just great working on the fuel system. So now what I got to do is I want to get the fuel tank pulled out, because as you saw in the last video, it was real dirty, really nasty. So the way that I'm looking at it, if I can spend an hour or so and get it cleaned out, that's what I'm gonna do. Or if it's way too far gone, I'm just gonna get a new one. But either way, I had to take it out, because if I'm getting a new one, I'm gonna have to take out the old one. Or if I wanna get a nice thorough cleaning going, I'm gonna wanna take it out. So looking at the tank right here, as you can see, it's pretty nasty. You look in there, see all the particles, and it's just overall pretty gross. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely spray it out, try to pressure wash in there as good as I can. Hopefully I can get rid of all that debris, and if I can, I'm just going to use this tank. If I can't get rid of any of it or all of it, I'm just going to get a brand new tank. That is nasty stuff, boy. Man, so that's nasty stuff, and I just put a little bit of soap, a little bit of purple power, and a whole bunch of water, try to get it all sprayed around. I don't know exactly if this is the right way to go about doing this, but I know it's going to be cleaner than it was. I guess we'll just have to see how it turns out once it's all dried up and everything, and see if there's still a whole bunch of particles in there, and maybe I'll give it a really good wipe down if I can. But again, if it's really nasty and I feel like it's not going to be safe to run in the car, I'm just going to get a whole new one. I thought I might as well spend maybe 30 minutes or so and see if I could save me a couple $100. Man, that got clogged. Alright, so now after I blew the entire thing out, I just got it sitting out in the sun because I want to make sure that it really gets nice and dried out. And even with the drain plug there, it's hard to get everything out because no matter what, there's still some liquid in there. So what I ended up doing after I completely pressure washed it out, I drained it, then I dumped about 3 gallons of gas in there, washed that around, then drained it, and there was still a little bit in there, and then I put more gas in there, did the same thing, and drained it. So hopefully the leftover that's in there is mainly gas and not so much water. That's at least my theory anyway. So I think it looks pretty good. It looks solid. I mean, it doesn't look as dirty. I don't know if you can see in there with the way the sun is and everything, but I think it should work. I'm gonna try to run it and see what happens. And oh yeah, before I forgot, man, tail lights. 98 through 01. Huge shout out to my man Irvin Dorsey, man. His YouTube channel is going to be in the description below. He does a lot of stuff with Integras as well. One of his more recent videos, he's going through and rebuilding the entire motor. So if you like content with Hondas and Integras, definitely go check out his channel. And man, he sent me those. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate that. So I think I'm going to call it for today. I just got to leave the tank out and let it dry out because I don't want there to be any chance of there being any liquid in there. So I'm just going to let it sit out all day today, and maybe tomorrow or so in the sun I'll let it soak up and dry out. So coming up, I have some pretty cool plans for suspension, but I don't want to say anything because nothing's definite until I have the stuff. Then I'll show you guys everything. So you're gonna have to subscribe to find out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff. You know what it is, YouTube. I'm out.